What's going on, guys? I thought today I'd make a quick video about side hustles for more tips and how to get food from vendors for free or for really cheap. If you hear any noise in the background, that's my dishwasher. It's a little loud, a little old, so there's that. I just got back from I just work Gulf Coast Jam. Pretty interesting experience. First festival I had to work where we gave away 6-packs and coolers. So that was kind of fun. I guess we'll see how that pays out soon whenever I get my check in about 3 weeks. So back to what I was saying about side hustles for more tips and food from vendors for free or cheap. So a lot of people that go to these festivals, they like to bring spray guns. So spray guns are fine. You need to be sure that you're aware of your surroundings. Make sure it's okay with your managers if you use them first. Especially don't spray your coworkers unless they're okay with it. I cannot tell you how many times I have been squirted with a spray gun either by accident or on purpose, and I just don't want to get wet. You know, our hands are already wet, our feet are already wet. I don't need my face, my body to get wet as well. So definitely ask free to that. But a good way to make money off that is that if it's a hot day outside, people are like, hey, I'll spray you down for a $5 tip or this, and this. Now remember, all these side hustles are for extra tips, and you definitely need to make sure you put them in the tip bucket. These are not for your personal gain. I cannot stress that enough. The last thing you want is for any bartender or any manager to see you put cash in your pocket and not the tip jar or the cash till. Always, 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 if you get a tip from someone, make sure you put it in a tip bucket, always. So spray guns is a good way to do it. Obviously, you want to make sure you ask first. Let's see, what else do we got on here? Let's see, koozies. Koozies is a good one too because almost every festival, there's always beer, there's always canned wine, and everybody's always going to want a koozie. So you can sell koozies for $5, $10. I kid you not, I saw a buddy one time sell a koozie to someone for $75. I'm not even joking. A little dollar koozie, black koozie from Walmart, sold for $75 because people were just that desperate because it was hot and they just wanted a koozie. They're probably also a little tipsy, so they also probably didn't care either. Besides, they're also spending $15 on a beer, so they're in their mind like, oh, why not spend $75 on a koozie? I don't know, not me, so definitely will not do that. Another way would be straws. No festival that you work at is going to have napkins or straws. Everybody's always like, oh, can I get a straw? Can I get a straw? It's a big glass. I don't want anything on my teeth, da 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 da. So straws is definitely a good way to do that. People always pay extra for straws. I mean, if they ask for it, usually what I do is, I'll turn around the tip thing. I don't ever bring straws with me. A couple other my traveling bartenders do. I just don't like carrying extra stuff I don't need to. I carry my bar key and my backpack with snacks in my chair if I need it. I don't ever bring straws. I just don't want to deal with it. But usually if I do give out straws, I will turn the monitor around, see if they tip me really well. If they tip me very well, then I'll give them a straw because I'm nice like that. But sometimes people will also tip extra if they know that they're going to get a straw, knowing it's like a special thing for them. Let's see. But as I said, if you sell a straw for a tip, make sure you put it in the tip till. Another thing would be no drinking at work. Make sure that you never touch alcohol at work. Just gonna throw that out there. But I will say a good way for benefit from vendors would be exchanging drinks or Red Bull for food. Now, this one's a little tricky when it comes to certain companies and certain festivals. When you're dealing with giving away other products, you always want to ask your manager on duty first. Sometimes managers and companies will be okay if you exchange a couple Red Bulls for free food, which is fine. They help us, we help them, etc., etc. A lot of times managers will say, no, you cannot exchange Red Bull for food. So the next question would be, well, can I buy a Red Bull and then exchange it for food? That's another question you can ask. It'll cost you like $4 or $5 for a Red Bull, and you get a $15 pizza or a little hibachi thing. It's a good deal. Another thing you can do is to bring Red Bulls or other energy drinks that are not sponsored on your person to work. So like if they don't have like a flavor that the other people might want, or it's a bigger can, I always suggest bringing a bigger can. just in case your manager said no, you cannot buy one and sell it, or you can't give it away to someone. Make sure you have a different flavor and a bigger size. That way there's no ifs, ands, or buts about you giving away free stuff or buying something and giving it away. Mainly because you just don't want that, like, oh, I saw you give a Red Bull away. I'm like, well, that was like the bigger can of the blueberry. We only have regular and sugar-free. So definitely did not get that from here. Never exchange alcohol for food. Mainly because you just don't want to deal with the liability. Almost every manager, every time, will always say, do not exchange alcohol for food. Just don't do it. Always stick with exchanging water, Red Bull, or just pretty much it. Water, Red Bull, maybe some cranberry juice, orange juice, whatever they want, but don't exchange alcohol. It just gets messy. You just don't want that coming back on you. Well, and that's pretty much it for this video. But those are a couple little side hustles and a way you can get free or cheaper food at a festival.